All right, let's talk Africa. Let's talk investment. Let's talk all that good stuff. So, what I want to talk about right now is there are opportunities for everyday people to get into the angel or venture investing in Africa. And at the Mall of Africa, more and more people have asked, hey, how can I get my venture on here? How can I do this? Okay, to get on that site, we have to vet what you're doing. That's more than a conversation. We may be doing business. We may have talked in detail, and you've been able to answer the questions to my liking. What I find everybody says about Africa, even Africans who were born there, that how do I know who I can trust? So we're vetting, and there are people that I'm doing business with that they're not yet ready to be on that site because they don't have a system. There are people that I've done business with that they're not trustworthy, so they can't be on the site. And if we've heard things that you've done, you'll come off the site. So far we haven't had to do that. But to get on the site, see, the biggest thing when you're dealing with an investor, for those who are looking for an investor, is that you say that you're going to do something and you do it. Nobody cares in business about the personal. Now, there's always a reason or an excuse not to do something, but you have to humble yourself. And it's like, I like dealing with military people because they're very, this is what I need done. Can you get it done like this? It's done. And you didn't have to go to the military to understand that, but you might have needed to, have a grandmother or a mother or a father who would really kick you and not let you just cry and tell excuses, because excuses are for losers. So when your investor comes and says, okay, I'm going to give you this investment for this amount of time, and this is what I want you to do, and can it be done? And you say yes, you are held to that. You can't argue with the investor because you may not get another investment just because of your attitude. Many investors, they are putting an investment in you thinking that you aren't going to make it. They want you to, but they have to put in their mind that this person might not make it. That's why venture capitalists, they bet on 20 to hit on one. But nobody should be talking back to the person that they took money from. This is the problem with even artists or whatnot, but I want to keep it, on labels, and they start talking crazy to the label. You can't talk crazy to the label if you're on my label. If you're in my house, you're in my house. So you have to understand that when you're taking an investor's money, you are now playing by that investor's rules. Reason why I personally haven't taken investors' money, even if they were friends. I remember one time in college, and a friend offered, some money for a venture we were doing. And I said, nah, because I don't want to have to play by your rules. And at this point, I don't think that you're expert. You have no expertise in this and what we're doing. So all you are is money. And if you just let me take your money and I can do what I want, you sign it off, it's like giving me some money, sure. But most people aren't going to do that. So I say that to say, no, have your attitude right. Because if you start talking back, and then whoever the investor is, whether they're big, small, they have a team of people that they've been able to have be accountability partners. And when they tell their accountability partners these things, and they're like, that doesn't sound like this person understands how we work. Maybe they do great business, but they don't understand how we work. So, there's levels to this. Some people say there's even hierarchy in heaven. It's not in the Bible, but they say, will you be sitting in the same place Moses sits, and all of that. But in business, there's a hierarchy. And if you are here and you need money and you've asked this investor to give you money, then you're here and you are to listen and learn and go through that program. If you want to start telling the investor because you're in the field doing the work, why this can't happen, why that can't happen, after the fact, you're looking at ruining a relationship. And sometimes people say, well, I have the money, but I want to do something first. And then it's like, no, but that wasn't part of the deal. I have the money, or I've sold the product that you've helped me buy, but I want to do all this other stuff first before I. No, 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 no. See, the way things work is if I give you money to buy 30 cars, you buy 30 cars, you make money off of it, right then, if you do old school, genuine business, you've made that money, you put it to the side, you then tell your investor, look, I got you your money, whether it came quick or came slow, and now I want to show you that this money is here. What is our next step? Because as an investor, you really don't want to just eat off that first money. What you want to do is say, okay, we've made this money. Send me X amount. Sometimes the investor is going to, this is small investment stuff, is going to say, you're going to see if you really have all the money. Send it all to me, and I'll let you know what we're going to do next. But a lot of times, and it depends if you're doing overseas business or not. But if you're overseas, there's all type of transaction fees. Sometimes you got to pay and tax and all this. So an investor might say, you know what, send me this amount, and then use X amount as my next investment. Because what you really want to do is start playing with the profit. Now you're playing with the house money. So whatever you've invested, now you get what your initial monies was back. So there's no loss. Maybe you take a little bit of the profit to do something else, treat yourself, pay tithes, whatever, right? And then you take that other monies and you start flipping it in the business again and again. Now, some people have a problem with that because psychologically they didn't see the money leave their account. So then they're like, hold on. They forget even that you invested more money into their business. And that is where the problems can really come, because if you don't understand that I've taken my profit to invest more, now I want more profit and what's due me. If you have that mindset, you have what I call, you're playing in the shallow waters. And a lot of entrepreneurs think their problem is money. You don't have a money problem. You have a systems problem. You might have a moral and ethics problem. You cannot think when you need finance that you are in a power position over your investor. It's foolish to think that. And you really, and I've seen it all, but I've also seen some really good people. So to be on the Mall of Africa.Africa site, you have to pass that sniff test. If we, want to really highlight you, we're probably doing business with you in a bigger way. And, but that's how that works with, the investments. Just read books on this stuff. No one is too busy where they can't read. That's another thing. People who are looking for investment, when you start telling an investor you're busy, this person, probably has more money than you or has access to the money. And you are telling people you're busy or you have any type of excuse, you're not going to get an investment. I bet when you're asking them for money, you weren't too busy to do that. You weren't too stressed out. You weren't too unhealthy. Because some people say, oh, I had this health issue. Nobody cares. This is business. Get it done if you want to continue to do business. If not, you give yourself a black eye in business. You give people a reason to write about you, do vlogs about you, talk about you amongst friends. And this world is small, even though it's big. And then you find out, wait, too many people are talking negative about me. and they're saying this about me. You know, I have sessions where I'll even take former clients and I'll tell them, hey, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you something. And it's not to hurt your feelings, it's just to, let you know what people are thinking. So, boom. Um, I am not begging anybody to do business with them. There's too many people to do business with. There's too many, good partners, solid people who will do the work, who aren't even looking for investors, but somehow you just match up with them and you're like, hey, let's do this. Can you do it like this? And I understand not everybody does business like me. I'm very I'm unique. But in business, I'm using old school tactics of you said you could do something, let's do it. So, because you never know somebody's position, you never know where people are taking funds and who's an angel, and you kind of know who's a venture capitalist in this country at least, but you never know where people are at. So people need their money just like you needed your money, and that is a thing that if everyone got that, business would be easy. If you treat everybody's money like your money, business would be easy. So, with that, you guys like, share, subscribe. These are real solutions for real people.